Allow yourself to stand out. That's the message that I got today when I was thinking about this reading. So we're going to go straight into this energy and see what comes out. Allow yourself to stand out. What message does the collective need to hear about this? Oh, the Hermit in reverse and the Six of Pentacles in reverse. Now, that says a lot. The Hermit does what the Hermit does. He goes and he sits by himself, he spends time alone. And you might have been in a phase where you were very much for yourself, existing for yourself, not wanting to be perceived. And now the Hermit is coming out in reverse. There is a release of that energy. There is an ending to that energy. With the Six of Pentacles, this is the card of reciprocity, of giving back as much as you receive, and vice versa. And this is also being released in a way. So what I'm feeling is the weight that you put into what you receive back, you've disconnected from that. What I mean with it is there is this no longer caring what kind of comes back for what you put out. But I think this is something that you struggled with. I want to get an explanation. Oh, that is too many cards. We just had a bunch. If the cards need to come out, they will come out. I trust in that. The Six of Pentacles in reverse. Can we get an explanation? This give and take energy. The Two of Wands in reverse. A lot of reverse energy, a lot of releasing, a lot of blockages as well. The Two of Wands are about thinking of expansion. If the Three of Wands are already expanding, this is still just, the thought is there, but you're not quite ready to go the steps needed. And there is a blockage. So it's like you never even properly tried to come out of your cave. And I hope this isn't triggering. If it is, then ask yourself why. For the tarot and all that we do here is introspective work. So think about why something might be triggering you. But let's get some more message. Allow yourself to shine. The Nine of Swords in reverse, releasing anxiety. Very good. Little man. Releasing anxiety. And connecting instead, choosing, oh my God, releasing anxiety and releasing the devil, releasing bad habits, releasing negative self-belief. You know, the devil is the ego. It is that which holds us stuck, but it is out of a place of trying to keep us safe. So there is a question here, or there's a request for you to release that, and I think you have. You are now in a place where you are allowed to stand out. It is your duty to stand out, if that is what you are meant to be doing. And I think this is going to make sense for whoever is meant to listen to this message, and trust that this is all intuitive work. So the message finds you when it is meant to, and you will hear the messages in there that are meant for you as well. The High Priestess here is reminding us of your connection to all that is, to your intuition. It is the trust, the initial trust that everything is going to be okay, and that you're being guided by things much bigger than you, much bigger than what you can control as well, is what I'm getting. We're going to go to this deck. What can the collective do? The Four of Swords in reverse. I was going to ask, what can the collective do to start embodying this energy more, of standing in their power and allowing themselves to do whatever they want and exist however they want. And what came out are the Four of Swords in reverse and the King of Cups in reverse. What am I hearing? The Four of Swords is taking a break, so come out of your break. You've been hiding in the shadows and it's time to come out. Do whatever you want. Like, it doesn't matter what people think. People are going to have opinions either way. So you might as well do something that brings you joy, because you only have so many years on this planet. You only have so much time to make an imprint for yourself and for others, you know. This is, I think, the only way that we can actually make a difference is by, you know, being a good example for people, so they can then be good examples for the next people, and so on. And this is how we start a chain reaction. The King of Cups in reverse. This is releasing, meaning very specifically, releasing the opinion of some people in your life. People very close to you. Potentially past partners or parental figures as well. But the King of Cups is highly emotional. So I think it's about also understanding that you have emotions and that you may be feeling anxious about certain things, but not allowing yourself to drown in that emotion, but recognizing it and figuring out how to swim with it rather than drown in it. Okay, can we get one more please for this deck just now? What can they do to embrace this energy more? Oh, we got two. Okay. The Eight of Cups in reverse, another release, and the Page of Cups. Look at this. So the Page, he is learning. I think what this is showing me is you've had some potentially self-destructive negative patterns in regards to your emotions and how you deal with them. And also because you put so much into what other people say and other people's emotions, because it's lying right on top of the Six of Pentacles and the High Priestess. But you are now embracing a new way of dealing with your emotions. You're still dealing with them. They're still there. You haven't shut them down. You haven't pretended they don't exist for the sake of you maybe, feeling better about yourself. You're embracing the shadow aspects. You're embracing that devil that came out in reverse. And you're releasing it. And in this new way of emoting, in this new way of connecting, you've recognized that you've had to release a bunch. Like this whole reading, everything came out as a release. And the biggest release of it all was the emotional burden that you carried. The emotional disillusion of, feeling powerless, feeling like everyone else is in control of whatever is going on within. I'm so sorry for that beep. That was my little anything. Sorry for the beep. But yeah, so you've been, that got me out a little bit. But I see this now, okay. Look, this card reminds me very much of the Hermit specifically in this deck. You went inward. We started with the Hermit that you came out. You went inward because you had to do all of this restructuring. You had to find these new ways of existing, emoting, connecting. And you did that and you've released it and you're now in a new phase of your life. Yes, you're in a new phase, my dear. And in this phase, you are meant to exist with pride. And pride, I'm not speaking about the pride that looks at life in a hierarchical way, where pride means I am better than someone else. That is not what I mean. It is being truthful and factual about the things that you can do and you cannot do. And it doesn't make you any better or any worse than other people. Because that judgment, that is then the ego coming in. That is the devil coming in and trying to make you believe that there is hierarchy in this life. There is no hierarchy. The human being just has understood themselves to be the center of attention in every instance, and therefore struggles to see that. Okay. We had a few cards come out as I was talking here with you. This new phase of your life. Wow. There's still a lot to come, my dear. There's still a lot to come. It started out again with the Four of Swords in reverse, the same exact card that came out before when I was asking about guidance. But it came out to be followed by the Six of Wands. By the card reminding you to allow yourself to be celebrated. Allow yourself to stand out. Allow yourself to be victorious. That's it. It's not about pride. It's about victory. Victory over yourself, over your own inhibitions, over your own fears, holding you back from actually just doing whatever you want and not worrying what people think. Yes. The Sun in reverse. Do you see how this is one of the only cards that has some color in this deck? And it's in reverse. There's so much color in you. There's so much light. And you need to release it. Let it out. There's still a block there. There is still a block because there will still be a block in the future if you do not address these things. the 9 of Wands, you're carrying too much. You're carrying so much that there won't be much longer that you can carry all of these responsibilities, all of these inputs. You need to release the inputs that are coming your way. You can't change the fact that people will have opinions, but you can change how you receive it, or if you even do receive them. If you are water, allow the bullet to go through it. With the 10 of Swords here, there is a part of you that is going to have to completely disintegrate and die, a version of you. And this might make people uncomfortable sometimes. And that's okay, you know. Life is ever changing. And when we feel uncomfortable with change, it's because we're uncomfortable with the fact that there is no controlling of what happens in your life and in this life. And therefore, these messages are not a negative thing. The fact that you are going into a time that potentially still holds challenges, still holds you accountable is what I'm hearing. That is important. Every struggle that we have, every interaction that we have is an opportunity for us to examine ourselves and the world around us in an effort to align our actions with our thoughts. And all of that, I feel like, is rooted in wanting to grow, wanting to expand. Because this is the mirroring of what the universe is kind of showing us exists and is, how to be. I hope I'm making sense. I'm going way out the stratosphere here. But I'm having fun. I hope you're having fun. I want to get you some input on what can the collective do some more for this healing to occur, for them to stand in their power and have fun and just allow themselves to shine and to be as bright of a star, as bright of a sun as they can. Have fun, embrace having fun. What can they do? What can they do? These 3, okay. Oh, 4. Good, good, good. 4 is stabilizing. 3 is community. 4 is stabilizing. You got 4 cards. So what you can do to stabilize: soak in a bath. Some self-care. This is a self-care oracle deck. So all of these are going to be very much in that kind of energy. But yeah, soak in a bath. Cleanse your body. Cleanse your mind. Take a moment to relax, you know. Taking a bath is a very meditative action, or can be, if you choose it to be. And in this example, actually, I'm feeling called to show you, there is some incense burning, there's some beautiful candles going on, you know what I mean? Like, people are just embracing having fun for a bit. Like, they even put flowers in the water. It's not necessary. Of course, none of this is necessary, but it's about doing what helps you. Not because it's necessary, but because you want to. Doing what brings you joy because you want to, not because it's necessary. Yes. And the universe is very much agreeing with that. And I'm just going to show you this one. Pleasure. So embracing whatever that means to you. I cannot get into that on YouTube, my dearest, but you can finish the thought yourself. Spend time with animals. Yeah, spending time with animals is so fun. I've been thinking, like, my little man is now 11 years old, and I've been thinking every day I look at him and I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for the time that we share. And it's such a blessing to have a little companion in life, and not just like a pet, but anything can be your companion. I see this forest as my companion in this part of my life because I come here every day and I, you know, connect with the trees and I feel really grounded. And it's just, to me, this card is reminding you of the connection of all that is. And sometimes having a little creature that you can communicate with without actually using human words, human speech, can remind you of that connection. Because, yeah, I mean, you can do it with plants and you can do it with anything, but at least an animal is going to give you a reaction back that you can perceive. And hydrate, my dear. some water in your system, flush out whatever's going internally by, yeah, just flushing it out, drinking a lot. And water is also a very healing element. But yeah, I think, my dear, this is it. This is going to be the message for you today. I am starting to get attacked by little flies because it's getting dark. I hope you're having a lovely, lovely day, my dear. And I hope to see you again soon. Bye-bye.